You, how you doing? You on tour?
I am. I'm about to go on stage in like 2 hours.
2 hours. How's it been?
It's been amazing. It's been nothing short of amazing. I'm playing incredible venues, stages that people I always looked up to, were playing, and the shows are great. So it's been a fun time.
I want as one of the new greats in the making, and I know that you have your latest album, Blue Water Road. I wanted to hear and feel, because I know you were influenced so much by Mary stuff and traditional R&B, and now as it has progressed and being an R&B artist in this time, I wanted to just get your feeling on the state of R&B and what your feeling just is in general.
I think that what the core and what the heart is of R&B is, feeling and love and emotion, and that it's always evolved. I think that the generation above the generation I looked up to were probably shocked when the generation that I looked up to came out, and was like, what is this? This is so different. This is so new. And then, we all came out, and the generation above me that I looked up to was like, this is so new. What is this? But through all the evolution, I think that the heart is consistent. I think that love songs are very much alive. I think, people still love to be in love, and people still honor love greatly, and that shines through, the music regardless. And I think that ties everything in. So no matter how much it evolves, I think that, the heart is always in it. And that's the most important thing to me. So.
And so yourself as an R&B artist, what would you say like the most important pieces of advice to R&B artists that are afraid? So many people are afraid to be R&B artists now because they feel like the road is too rough, or it's like hip hop is so dominant that I think there's some people that kind of get scared off the track, that trajectory. What gave you the courage, to and it's time to just go and be doing something that that is like what I call like your R&B is like real R&B, like you really sing. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the controversial things. But I'm cool with people that can't all the way sing doing it as long as they have the feeling. But you really, really, really sing.
Thank you. A huge compliment coming from you.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes the fear is misplaced. I think that sometimes people misplace kind of like what they're really feeling, the feeling of like wanting to evolve and grow and try all the things that they've listened to. I think a lot of us listen to so many things outside of R&B that we have this big like catalog we want to dip into of like things we want to try, and oftentimes because there's this box that I think gets, put around it, that people kind of feel like, I can't call myself R&B because I'm trying to incorporate all these other beautiful things that, I really like listening to and want to try. But I feel like it's still at the core R&B. And I feel like to keep putting it in this box is limiting, all the beautiful things we've yet to discover, because hip hop has gotten to grow so much. Hip hop is growing, rock is growing, pop is growing, electronic music is growing. But for some reason, we don't let R&B kind of explore and grow in this really beautiful way. And R&B is so far from dead, so to be afraid of being, categorized. Oh, that's my daughter. To be afraid of being categorized as an R&B artist is kind of just like a fear that doesn't have to exist, because we have so much love and so much support. There has been R&B songs that just take the world by storm and people love it. We've got the Money Long song and Summer and SZA and me and all these beautiful people that are Janae. Like there's so many. And then there's all this experimental R&B that's so cool. So I just think like it's nothing to be afraid of. It's something to embrace. I mean, we gave the world love in so many times when it was needed. We gave the world understanding of heartbreak and understanding of energy and feeling and joy. So, to me, it's the greatest thing. It's the greatest thing that you could do.
So I wanted to talk about, last thing I wanted to talk to you about is like vulnerability. One of the things that I feel that we need to inject more of is vulnerability in R&B. Do you feel like that's an important part of your music and an important part of that you need to have vulnerability for R&B?
Yeah, I mean, I think that is what R&B is. You know, I mean, I think that's what makes it so separate. Is it was the, you know, the songs that our moms, you know, clean the house to. This is songs that if you didn't feel like you could be vulnerable, it's the song that grown men, you know, cry to in the club. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It is the
Exactly.
song that it is the thing that no matter how tough you think you are, the song comes on, the R&B song comes on, and everybody's like, "Oh, my chest, my heart." You know what I mean? So I think if you don't have that conviction and you don't have that, you know, vulnerability in it, then that's the only thing to me that makes it, you know, 100% R&B is like just that passion and that feeling and being honest, you know, and people in R&B are so honest.
Yes.
There is even that perspective nowadays, like I'm not being the best person and I messed up. And like, it isn't just like, oh, you got me messed up and you weren't in love with me. It's like, it's very honest. Like I be messing up too, R&B. So I think that vulnerability is there and it's
Yeah.
important. Yeah. So
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to hit this real quick.
this song.
My new album with a duet with Ty Dolla.